No matter how much I try, I can never get everything exact, can I? So, happy Monday, everyone. Well, it's kind of hard to ignore what happened yesterday, now is it? Okay, I definitely do want to talk about the Super Bowl because it was a lot of fun. It really was. But before I do that, I do have a few things to get into. Obviously, a low and high act of kindness for starters. My low really comes from in regards of what I told you guys yesterday about how unwell I've been feeling. And I finally actually talked to my mom about it. And she just gave me the worst advice ever. I dare not repeat what it was, but let's just say it did not rub me the right way. I'll say that much. My high is everything else throughout my day was wonderful. I got to see my family yesterday, had a lot of really great food celebrating my father's birthday. I mean, the Super Bowl happened. In related news, I got my NFL pick right, surprisingly. Was not expecting that. So I did it up, man. I actually got that right. Although, here's the thing. I picked Kansas City to win, but I would not have been surprised if the 49ers wound up winning. Which, I'll get into that in a minute. So there's that, and my act of kindness was I helped my mom make dinner. I peeled a bunch of potatoes for her, helped make salad, helped make a soup, a Polish potato soup. It's a Polish potato soup because there's pickles in it. It was actually a very good soup. I mean, at the end of the day, it wound up being about as good of a day as you could hope for. So, with all that said, let's get into the Super Bowl. Because I got my NFL pick right, as I said earlier. I did pick the Chiefs to win, if you recall yesterday's video. Here's the thing. What wound up happening yesterday, the 49ers did not lose this Super Bowl. They did not. Coach Bill Cowher said this yesterday. The 49ers did not lose the Super Bowl. It's just Patrick Mahomes won this. And considering that the game wound up going into overtime, and considering that you had the likes of George Kittle, Brock Purdy, and Christian McCaffrey all having phenomenal games. Like, everyone's going to think Kyle Shanahan choked in this one. He didn't choke in this one. Everyone on the 49ers did literally everything they were supposed to do. And for the majority of the game, for actually the entire game, because Kansas City did pull ahead a couple times, but like the 49ers, this game was the 49ers to lose. But they didn't lose. Pat Mahomes just won. I mean, as soon as the play where it was during overtime and Pat Mahomes ran for 27 yards roughly, or 30 yards, I'm like, the Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. That play right there is what makes Kansas City win the Super Bowl. And that's exactly what ended up happening. A couple of days later, a couple of minutes later, all Pat Mahomes had to do is throw to Mecole Hardman, and the rest is history. So this really was a fun game. This was about an evenly matched as a football fan could hope for. I mean, there is no better way to describe how yesterday was other than, Vegas, baby. You go big there. And they went big. Watching the Super Bowl as a whole really was a fun experience. It was. I actually thought the commercials were better than in recent years. Don't get me wrong, there's a few, sort of gut-wrenching, emotional commercials, to be sure. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say that there were some commercials that I didn't bother watching because, really, if I didn't watch the commercials, it's because I just didn't happen to be looking at the screen, because we're celebrating my father's birthday at the same time. This is the part I'm driving. I saw the game at round and third. Saw the halftime show around and third. I'll get to that in a second. It came here. So, yeah, for sure there's a bunch of Super Bowl commercials that I legit missed. But not, on purpose. I gotta get home eventually. I gotta do what I gotta do. And speaking of the Super Bowl, okay, we gotta talk about the Super Bowl. A friend of mine posted this last night that for X number of years in a row, we've had rap and R&B as the Super Bowl halftime show. And last night, was another rap R&B, halftime show. Now, I want to make one thing. I love rap music. I love R&B. If there's legit effort being put into making a Super Bowl halftime show, especially the level of effort that we saw last night, you're not going to hear me complaining. But I will admit, my friend did have a point. We really have been relying on rap and R&B to be the standard of what you see as a Super Bowl halftime show. And don't get me wrong, it's led to some really great, Super Bowl halftime shows. Just a couple of years ago was, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem. I can't remember the other two people. The point is, that was a fan. That will be all time for me. As great, it's hard for me to say where I would rank my halftime show. Or this, for sure last night was in the top 10. And I would definitely say, I would definitely say it's top 5. I'm trying to, because number 1 all time for me is going to be Paul McCartney. No question. Number 2 would probably be, again, with the Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Dr. Dre, and the likes of them. I would say if this one is in top 3, is in number 3, I'll definitely give it number 4. Because it's a toss-up between that one and when it was J-Lo and Shakira. it was Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Why would that not be in my top? Like, if that's not in anyone's top 5, then you need to have your eyes examined, okay? Yeah, I will admit, because, listen, I was a boy growing up when J-Lo and Shakira were making it big. Of course, like, every boy my age had a crush on them, or knew about them, or listened to their music, or anything of what I just said. So, for sure, it was funny. I was watching, it was the beginning of the second quarter, and I was at my folks' place. I was watching the game with my sister-in-law, and we talked about, obviously the fact that it's Usher doing the Super Bowl this year, for the Super Bowl halftime show, and during the conversation, I say, it's not about if, with Luda and Usher, Luda and Little John is gonna be performed during this halftime show, because it totally was. The question was when, and they saved the best for last. Actually, another friend of mine, like, legit posted the lyrics to the lyrics to Luda's part from like, wow, watch out, my outfit's ridiculous, in the club looking so conspicuous. Yeah, like, that was me. And I actually saw the halftime show at Round & Third. And there was one of the bartenders there, like, she was all the dancing and stuff like that. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Although for me, even more so than seeing Usher reunite with Lil Jon and Luda, it was Alicia Keys, man. Alicia Keys. I'm sorry. I'm just saying this right here. I'm saying this here. Probably get a lot of hate for this. I don't care. Alicia Keys is better than Beyonce. There I said. I'm sure y'all, it's truth. It's truth. I know you all believe. I know it's not what y'all want to hear, but it is true. Alicia Keys is better than Beyonce. Straight up. And it was really great hearing Alicia again. It is. Anytime Alicia does her thing, like, you just can't help but smile. And I loved it. I guess I should point out to the elephant in the room, huh? Taylor Swift. Well, I can happily tell you that every single time the camera focused on her, I noticed, I counted about, if you include the Super Bowl trophy presentation altogether, about 8 times maybe altogether. Look, like Taylor Swift or not, she was there. She was having a good time supporting her man, who supports her and loves her very much. He treats her like the queen that she is, okay? And it was funny. Again, I'm watching the game with my sister-in-law at my folks' place, and no kidding. And she actually asked, "Did they show Taylor?" No, they haven't shown Taylor yet at all. And literally like 30 seconds later, boom, first Taylor Swift sighting. Like, hey, there she is. But look, just because, yeah, I do see some of the hatred. I do. But not because of what Taylor does or anything. It's just, we're there to watch football, not Taylor Swift. Bro, Taylor Swift just made like 100,000, at least like 100 million of all of her Swifties, like NFL fans, which should generate some good revenue for the NFL, making the overall product you like better. You can calm down. I had no problem seeing Taylor Swift. You kidding me? Honestly, I kind of wish they showed her a little bit more, because it would make all the haters even more angry. So, this was a fun Super Bowl. It was. I mean, it was supplemental. Here's the thing. I said in yesterday's video that I was feeling unwell. I felt that emotionally unwell for the last several weeks. And aside from the advice my mom gave me, yesterday was just a great day in general. I mean, we got some of my dad's birthday. I can enjoy things more because I helped make dinner and everything. It was, prime rib, mashed potatoes, and asparagus, and salad, and, hors d'oeuvres like cheese and crackers, and, rye and bread, dip. There was my mom made like a cream cheese and pepper jelly spread to put on crackers. My nephews made a Valentine's Day cookies. There was a cake and ice cream. I mean, I actually ate my cake and ice cream during the coin toss. This is a fun day, man. The Super Bowl, I mean, listen, I said this yesterday, I'll keep saying it for as long as I'm a football fan, I will keep saying this. But being a football fan is just good old-fashioned fun. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So, I can genuinely tell you, I started off the day feeling rather emotionally unwell. And I will admit, it still kind of hurts a little bit, but I'm feeling loads better. Please, this is not nearly as bad as the heartbreak I went through over the last 2 years, I can assure you. So, I think I'm going to be okay. I hope y'all like this video. If you like this video on the YouTube channel, find us on social media. As always, I am very home in this video. For all you guys watching, enjoy every day. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or channel, we'll be here to lend the Usher back. Take care. And, of course, make good choices. 607 all day, baby.